Deep beneath the ocean's surface, in darkness, where no one can see, there operates a massive, iron beast carrying out its missions. This is what we're introducing to you today, the Republic of Korea Navy's cutting-edge submarine, ROKS Jang Yeong-sil. This submarine is not just a military weapon, it is the crystallization of technology that established South Korea as one of the world's 7 submarine-building nations, and a symbol of 21st century scientific technology carrying on the name of Jang Yeong-sil, the greatest scientist of the Joseon dynasty. From this moment, you will hear the amazing story of why military experts around the world cannot help but marvel at this submarine. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is a 3,600-ton diesel-electric submarine, a massive underwater combat vessel, measuring 89 meters in length. What makes this submarine special is that every process from design to construction was accomplished with purely South Korean technology. This remarkable weapons system, born at Hanwha Ocean's Koche shipyard, is the first vessel of the Batch 2 submarines, equipped with innovative technologies that far surpass the previous generation 3,000-ton submarines. South Korea has independently implemented advanced technologies that other nations took decades to develop, and this has become a decisive moment that imprinted South Korea's technological prowess on the international community. The submarine's name, Jang Yeong-sil, comes from the genius scientist of the Joseon dynasty, who assisted King Sejong the Great and invented numerous scientific instruments including the rain gauge, water clock, and celestial globe. Like Jang Yeong-sil, who despite being born a slave became the greatest scientist of his time through exceptional talent, South Korea too has grown from the ruins of war to become a nation that produces world-class submarines. This name embodies the Korean spirit of making the impossible possible and pride in science and technology. If Jang Yeong-sil 600 years ago unlocked the secrets of time with his water clock, the modern ROKS Jang Yeong-sil controls the secrets of the deep ocean, protecting South Korea's maritime sovereignty. The most revolutionary technology of ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is its lithium-ion battery system. Unlike conventional diesel submarines that used lead-acid batteries, ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is equipped with next-generation energy storage devices, lithium-ion batteries. Why is this revolutionary? Lithium-ion batteries can store much more energy in the same size, dramatically increasing the time the submarine can operate underwater. Moreover, charging is faster and maintenance is simpler. When the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force first introduced this technology in their Soryu-class submarines, the entire world took notice, and Korea developed an even more stable and efficient system. This is not simply changing batteries, it's a game changer that transforms the submarine's entire operational concept. Additionally, ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is equipped with an air-independent propulsion APE system. Typically, diesel submarines can only move underwater using batteries, so they must periodically surface to run diesel engines and recharge the batteries. However, this process carries a high risk of detection by the enemy. The APE system can generate power without oxygen, allowing the submarine to maintain submersion for weeks without surfacing. The combination of lithium-ion batteries and APE system essentially turns the submarine into a ghost of the sea. It becomes a true stealth weapon that enemy anti-submarine warfare assets cannot detect no matter how hard they search. Submarines that can effectively operate both these technologies simultaneously are extremely rare worldwide. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil has also achieved remarkable advances in detection capabilities. Equipped with the latest integrated combat system, it can collect, analyze, and process all target information from underwater, surface, and air in real time. Particularly, the sonar system has been significantly upgraded. This is core equipment corresponding to the submarine's eyes and ears. The improved sonar can detect enemy submarines and surface vessels more accurately from greater distances, and precisely identify underwater terrain and ocean environments. In modern naval warfare, detecting first means victory, and ROKS Jang Yeong-sil's sensors provide overwhelming superiority in understanding situations and responding preemptively before the enemy. This combat system, independently developed by Korea, has even deeper significance in that it achieved world-class performance without relying on foreign systems. However, the true power of ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is revealed in its strike capability. This submarine has significantly expanded vertical launch systems in addition to existing torpedo tubes. Vertical launch systems allow the submarine to launch missiles vertically, while submerged, enabling ROKS Jang Yeong-sil to operate submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs. SLBMs were considered ultimate weapons possessed only by nuclear-powered, strategic submarines, but South Korea has developed a unique method to operate them. From conventional submarines, being able to launch Hyunmoo series ballistic and cruise missiles from underwater means securing strategic deterrence capable of striking anywhere in enemy territory. What's even more remarkable is that these missiles are not merely mounted but have been successfully test-fired. Launching missiles from submarines is an extremely complex and dangerous technology. The series of processes, ejecting the capsule, enclosed missile while withstanding water pressure, breaking through the surface, igniting, and flying on an accurate trajectory, is a concentration of advanced engineering. Korea completed all these processes with indigenous technology and proved its capability through successful test launches. Now ROKS Jang Yeong-sil has evolved from a simple defensive weapon into a multi-purpose strategic asset performing both offense and defense simultaneously. This single submarine, hiding somewhere in the ocean, has become a game-changer capable of threatening entire enemy nations. Another strength of ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is its acoustic stealth. For submarines, acoustic stealth means survivability. No matter how powerful the weapons aboard, they're useless if detected by the enemy. Korean submarines have applied noise-minimizing design in every aspect, from hull design to propulsion systems and machinery placement. The hull is wrapped in special sound-absorbing materials. Shock absorbers are installed throughout to reduce vibration, and propellers are precision-machined to minimize noise. As a result, ROKS Jang Yeong-sil has become so quiet it's called a black hole. It blends perfectly into the ocean, to the point where enemy sonar passing right next to it cannot detect it. This level of acoustic stealth is not achieved through technology alone but requires accumulated experience and know-how over time. Korea achieved this in just a few decades. In terms of technological independence, ROKS Jang Yeong-sil holds historical significance. Until the 1990s, Korea possessed no submarine technology whatsoever. Starting with technology transfer from Germany to build its first submarine, it could not rely solely on foreign technology. Through intense research and development, the Agency for Defense Development and Defense Industry companies domesticated core technologies, one by one. Combat systems, sonar, torpedoes, battery systems, nearly all submarine components can now be produced domestically. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil's domestic content rate is known to exceed 80%, with core technologies achieving nearly 100% domestication. This means realizing true national defense security by escaping technological dependence, and furthermore, shows that Korea has become a nation that exports technology. In fact, the technological prowess of ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is receiving significant international attention. Indonesia has already acquired 3 Korean-type submarines and is considering additional purchases. Poland has also shown interest in Korean submarine technology, and several Middle Eastern and Southeast Asian countries are making inquiries. Korean submarines attract attention because they offer excellent price competitiveness relative to performance, are proactive about technology transfer, and enable rapid construction. European submarines are excellent in performance but too expensive and take too long to deliver. In contrast, Korean submarines can provide cutting-edge technology at reasonable prices quickly, making them an attractive option for many nations. Korea has moved from the position of learning technology to the position of teaching it. The development of Korean submarine technology, represented by ROKS Jang Yeong-sil, doesn't simply mean military enhancement. It's an indicator showing improved technological standards across Korea's entire shipbuilding industry. Submarines are products at the pinnacle of shipbuilding technology, requiring much higher levels of design capability and construction technology than ordinary commercial vessels or offshore plants. They require millimeter-level precision, special materials and welding technologies are essential, and complex system integration capabilities are necessary. Korea's ability to independently construct such submarines means having the capability to build any type of vessel. Indeed, Korean shipyards hold first place globally in the high-value ship market, including LNG carriers, container ships, and offshore plants, and submarine construction experience has played an important role in that technological foundation. Moreover, technologies accumulated during ROKS Jang Yeong-sil's development are spreading to civilian sectors. Battery technology is being applied to electric vehicles and energy storage systems. Noise reduction technology to automobiles, and architecture and sensor technology to autonomous driving and robotics. Precision machining and special materials technologies are also positively impacting advanced industries overall, including semiconductors, displays, and aerospace. Defense technology development serves as a catalyst, raising the nation's overall technological level. This is precisely why advanced nations invest massive budgets in defense R&D, and Korea has now entered that virtuous cycle. From a geopolitical perspective, the emergence of ROKS Jang Yeong-sil has brought important changes to the maritime security balance in Northeast Asia. The seas surrounding the Korean peninsula constitute the world's most complex maritime strategic environment. To the north is North Korea, to the west is China, to the east is Japan, and to the south is the Taiwan Strait. All these nations possess powerful naval forces and are engaged in fierce competition, especially in submarine capabilities. Japan possesses world-class power, conventional submarine technology, and China operates the world's largest submarine fleet, including nuclear submarines. In this situation, Korea securing advanced submarines like ROKS Jang Yeong-sil plays a decisive role in maintaining the regional balance of power, particularly in responding to North Korea's continuous provocative threats. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil's role is extremely important. North Korea possesses over 70 submarines and submersibles, and the possibility of surprise attacks using them always exists. Recently, they've also succeeded in developing submarine-launched ballistic missiles, emerging as a new threat. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is the core force for monitoring and responding to such North Korean submarine threats. With excellent detection capabilities, it can track North Korean submarine movements and has the capability to eliminate them quickly when necessary. Simultaneously, through SLBM capability, it functions as a strategic asset, deterring North Korean provocations. The very fact that ROKS Jang Yeong-sil hiding somewhere in the ocean can deliver retaliatory strikes at any time becomes powerful deterrence itself. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and technicians participated in the ROKS Jang Yeong-sil project. Design teams spent years repeating computer simulations to find optimal hull forms. Materials engineers developed special steel capable of withstanding extreme water pressure. Electronic engineers built complex combat systems, and mechanical engineers created precise propulsion systems. Welding technicians perfectly assembled hulls, where even millimeter errors are unacceptable. Throughout this process, there were countless trials and errors, and each time the research teams didn't give up but solved problems, sometimes working through nights repeating experiments, sometimes traveling to international conferences to acquire the latest knowledge. These sweat and efforts accumulated to ultimately create a world-class submarine. The construction process itself is a concentration of remarkable technological prowess. Unlike ordinary vessels, submarines have a double structure of pressure hull and outer hull, making construction extremely complex. After precisely manufacturing hull blocks and joining them with welding, if even microscopic gaps exist in welded areas, it leads to flooding during submersion, which is fatal. Therefore, all welded areas are thoroughly inspected through non-destructive testing, and completed hulls undergo pressure testing to verify pressure resistance performance. The process of installing various equipment and systems is also carried out very precisely, efficiently arranging combat systems, weapons, propulsion devices, and living spaces within the narrow hull interior is like solving a three-dimensional puzzle. Hanwha Ocean's skilled technicians performed all these processes perfectly, resulting in a world-recognized masterpiece submarine. The role of Navy personnel serving aboard ROKS Jang Yeong-sil cannot be overlooked. No matter how excellent a submarine is, it cannot perform to its full potential without the capabilities of those operating it. The Korean Navy operates world-class submarine crew education and training programs. Crew members receive months of intensive education, undergo various simulator training and practical exercises before operational deployment, particularly to strengthen emergency response capabilities. Repetitive training is conducted. They learn response procedures for all situations including fire, flooding, and power loss. Also, given submarine characteristics requiring life and enclosed spaces for Long periods, mental training is important. Korean crew members possess combat capabilities second to none compared to any nation, with strong physical and mental fortitude. Going forward, Korea plans to continue building increasingly advanced submarines starting with ROKS Jang Yeong-sil. A total of 3 Batch 2 submarines are planned for construction, and, after that, development of larger and more powerful next-generation submarines is also being pursued. Some suggest Korea should also develop nuclear-powered submarines. Nuclear-powered submarines can submerge virtually unlimitedly with high speed, having very high strategic value, but technical difficulty is high and costs are enormous. However, experts evaluate that considering Korea's remarkable technological development speed demonstrated so far, it's a sufficiently achievable goal. The technology and experience accumulated through ROKS Jang Yeong-sil will become a solid foundation for future submarine development. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil's success has brought great pride to all of South Korea. It's an event confirming once again the strength of Korea, which started from war ruins to grow into a top 10 global economy, particularly for younger generations. It gave hope about the importance of science and technology and realizing dreams. Just as Jang Yeong-sil, born a slave 600 years ago, became the greatest scientist, 21st century South Korea is achieving dreams that seemed impossible. One by one, Korea's strength reaching world-class levels in various fields including semiconductors, displays, batteries, shipbuilding, and automobiles, is now shining in defense technology as well. The world is now paying attention to South Korea's technological capabilities. Submarines, tanks, self-propelled artillery, fighter aircraft made by Korea are being exported to nations worldwide, and many countries desire technological cooperation with Korea. Particularly, submarine technology, represented by ROKS Jang Yeong-sil, is expected to become a new growth engine for Korea's defense industry. Now Korea has established itself not as a nation learning technology but as a nation leading technology. An era has arrived where made in Korea signifies the highest quality. ROKS Jang Yeong-sil is not just a single submarine, it is a symbol of the remarkable journey South Korea has walked, and a milestone showing the direction forward. The Korean spirit of making the impossible possible, the spirit of constantly challenging and innovating, the passion toward being world-class, all of this is contained in this submarine. Like ROKS Jang Yeong-sil silently performing its missions in the ocean depths, South Korea is also quietly but surely advancing as the world's top technological powerhouse. This is the true face of 21st century South Korea.